welcome. Perhaps you are here in Hungary for the first time, where in the 70s, if you were driving fast and speeding, you were stopped by a policeman, and he would often ask you, "What do you think? You are Fittipaldi?"
That's great, you know. I think that's honor to me. Thank you. I love your country. I love it. It's first time I'm here, and I'm very pleased. It's a blessing to be here after so many years.
Okay, what was it like making your debut as number 3 driver for Team Lotus back then? Do you think it would be viable today for teams to give young drivers also the same opportunity?
I think so. I think so. They are giving, you know, you can drive Friday. They can evaluate the young drivers to see who they really want to pick up. But we need more Formula One teams. It's only 20 cars, we need at least 26, 28 cars, like on my time. It'll be good for the show, good for the spectators, good for the young drivers, because have more opportunity.
Because it's the Canadian Grand Prix right now this weekend. 50 years ago at Mosport Park, during Formula One's first safety car period, the race officials were a little bit dizzy in head, and Peter Revson was dedicated to be winner. But a lot of people still think it was yours.
Well, Peter War and he was our team manager. We were lapping. We are doing all our lap control, and he was sure we won. But you know, I was on the podium. They say, "Well, I have to go down." Revson won.
Okay, what was the big difference between your two teams in terms of the team and when you were the world champion with Team Lotus first in '72 and later in '74 in McLaren?
Well, Lotus was a very special car. Colin Chapman was a genius to design a car. It's still an iconic car for Formula One is the John Play Special Black Lotus. I drove the car from 97, 71, 72, 73, 4 years, same car. That's a lot. But McLaren was better organized than Lotus as a team. They're very enthusiastic, most of them New Zealand, like Bruce. And for them was a challenge to try to win the first championship. And next year commemorate 50 years for the first World Championship for McLaren, second for me. But it was very special to win with McLaren because for me it was a big decision to leave Lotus and go to McLaren. McLaren never won the World Championship, and I was very happy. It was another very special year.
Did you never want to race for Ferrari? It's supposed to be every driver's dream.
I want to race for Ferrari. I met the Commendatore Ferrari in 1971, first time. I had already signed for Lotus, and then he said, "Emerson, I offer double your contract, but you have to drive on sports cars." Le Mans, at that time, sports cars are very big. You know, they have classic cars like even today, 24 Hours Le Mans. They had Sebring, they had Daytona, but I decided, I told the Commendatore, I said, "Sorry, I want to stay with Formula." That's the reason I continue with Lotus. And then when Nick had the crash, 76, was my second opportunity. But I had a contract committed with my own team. I would not leave in the middle of the year. And Nick was a miracle. He was so strong. He was back again in Monza after less than 50 days. And it was the two opportunities I had. Every driver, you're right, has the dream to drive for Ferrari. It never happened to me, but I hope my son can do it.
In today's world, would you and your brother take on Cooper's soccer project? What was really missing then? A good designer for that car?
Well, to make a new team, it takes a long time to get the best people. And after 4 years, we had the best team. In '98 was Harvey Postway chief design, Adrian Hewitt, first job, and then we had Richard Divila, who was a very good Brazilian engineer. Peter War left Lotus, joined us, but then I had no more sponsorship. That's a shame, because at that time was the best, I would say, people on the Formula One team equal at that time to the best teams, but then we didn't have more sponsorship.
You also mentored Ayrton Senna in his way to Formula One. What do you think of the two three-time Brazilian champions like Nelson and him, who has recently now a penalty because of his bad words on Hamilton? What's your relationship to the two families?
No, you know, I always had a very good relationship with Nelson, still continue. He's he was a fantastic driver, very talented, very fast, very funny as a character. I like him a lot. I think there was exaggeration of his interpretation what happened. The media exaggerates, but it happened. Unfortunately, it happened. I don't think it was intentionally from him, but it happened. And Ayrton was, again, another fantastic Brazilian driver, very talented, extremely committed to do well, very good friend as well. We had many times together, a lot of times since he was race karting.
Do you think it would be good for IndyCar and Formula One if there was more crossover between the two series and in terms of drivers?
I think Formula One will be always Formula One, IndyCar will be always IndyCar, and now you have Formula Electrica, it's always a B. You have three major formulas in the world. That's good options, but each one is different to each other. And Formula One will be always the top. IndyCar is really good now, but Formula One is the peak of motorsport for sure.
How close was Pietro Fittipaldi to race for a race seat at Haas last year after Mazepin's sacking? Did you try to help a little bit for him?
I like your hat. So difficult for a young driver now to get. There's no many seats available. He had a very good opportunity when he ran. He was running as fast as Magnus without driving a racing car for nearly a year. He showed the talent. I hope he has another opportunity in the near future.
A couple of years ago, maybe 2 or 3, you tried also Bajira Racing's racetrack in the Czech Republic. Did you feel you like do again a full season, maybe here in the European Track Racing Championship?
No, I have fun to try on the track, to do demonstration, and now we have the new generation there. I'm not involved.
Do you know that Hungarian guy is the best in it right now, Norbert Kiss?
No.
No? Yeah.
That's good. Well done. Congratulations.
You tried to get into a political area in Italy, but failed. You don't feel like racing here in Hungary or trying to make politics? And if yes, what program would you do here?
Well, when I tried in Italy, was South America voting to be a senator from that part of the world on the Italian Senate. I won every country except Argentina, and there was a fraud on a lot of votes. They are doing again the diligence to find out. I hope I still go back. I hope so. But my dream was to incentive sports, because the young people need sport. Sports is the best for health, for the mind, for the future. And today's, with the internet, with laptop, iPhone, the new generation doesn't move a lot. And they have to be incentivized to do sports. That would be my dream in Italy, and to bring more people to Italy, because Italy is a fantastic country, you know, for tourism, for entertainment, for the food, for for the people. Like in Hungary, first time I see here, is a great destination for tourists too.
Talking about Italy, Fisichella had cafe, Eccleston also has cafe. You didn't want to sell cafe with personal your name?
No. I promote Brazilian coffee on the 70s because Brazilian coffee is one of the best, but I have other projects working now.
Okay, thanks for the interview.
Mindenki Motorsport. God bless. Ciao.